Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find the information for that in my Buy Me a Coffee link, as well as my official Instagram and TikTok, all in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Libra, I hope that you're doing well. This is a general reading. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The What We've Forgotten Oracle deck, which is absolutely beautiful and lush, and the Tarot for the Great Outdoors. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, I'm feeling very, even the cadence of my voice feels very in control, speaking directly to you. Just feeling really confident, powerful. I feel like this is part of your energy. I was not feeling like this about an hour ago, so thank you. This is your energy, Libra. You're feeling like you've got some things handled. So I'm going to take 2 cards. Flipped out for you, Transmutation number 23, which reduces to a 5. Corresponding to the Hierophant card of the Major Arcana, Virgo energy. Hierophant usually referring to someone who acts as a conduit between this world and the spiritual world. So it's somebody usually that you're either talking to or consulting with. The word is transmutation. And we see here this beautiful kind of laboratory, this space of exploration, carving out a space of one's own, a room of one's own. Very famous book by Virginia Woolf. Your name could be Virginia, your surname could be Woolf, you could live in Virginia. You know, that saying, a room of one's own, it's talking about, it's kind of an act of defiance a little bit, in terms of carving out a space just for you to be able to write, read, explore, speak your mind. And at first I wanted to say without fear of judgment, but I don't feel that there's any fear involved. It's just without the annoyance of judgment. The Libra is just asserting themselves and saying, you know, I don't really care what it is that you think. I care about what I think, and I'm here to spend my time exploring that. I also care about what other people think in terms of education. I'm here to learn from the greats. Spirit just said the greats. The other card you got, number 60, which reduces to a 6, the Lover's card of the Major Arcana, Gemini energy, talking about a divine partnership, but also talking about choice, making decisions. And the word is water. Spirit is showing me a couple of videos that I don't know, I think I watched 1 or 2 and then it just became a part of my algorithm. But I find it fascinating when people just film everything, right? Like they just have, there's a TikTok channel for anything you could think of out there. And, you know, these people just film their daily lives and their occupations, what it is they do. And for some reason, I started watching these videos of people kind of unclogging storm drains so that the water can flow freely. And it's this service, you know, especially if it's not your job. If you see that your street is flooded and it's because of the blocked storm drain and you take it upon yourself to clear that storm drain, I mean, you're doing a service for your neighborhood, right? But anyway, Spirit is showing that kind of video to me right now with this card. It's almost like things, you know, it could be like you're unblocking things within yourself. Maybe you're unblocking energy channels, chakras. You're lifting money blocks or love blocks. Something you're clearing away the debris. And you might not have even known that it was there to begin with. Right? How many of us really pay attention to where the storm drains are on our street? You don't really pay attention to these things until you're being forced into paying attention. So this could also have to do with your health. Could be taking better care of your health. Right? Because I see blocked arteries. I mean, I don't necessarily see you having blocked arteries, but Spirit is putting it into my mind and in my speech. So, consult your medical practitioner, but it might be good to, it's nearing the end of the year at the time that I'm filming this, and it's the time when people go to the doctor, right? So, I'm also being drawn to the fact that there's this kind of beam of light here, and then there's this strange beam of light here. This like upward trajectory, some kind of transmission. Spirit just gave me the words cathode ray tube. I don't know what else to say about that. I know nothing about what that necessarily is. It's something having to do with science. Maybe it's like a tube where there's trapped particles and you beam a laser through it and you can test for things. I have no idea. They just said the words cathode ray tube, and I don't even know if that's correct. I'm just gonna put it out there for you to go down on Google rabbit hole. Okay, but the transmutation makes me think of the number 14 Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card. Taking something in one state and transforming it into another state. I think this is you just transforming yourself in the space of your own beingness. I think you've done a lot of work on yourself, and you're continuing to do that. You're continuing to ask difficult questions, and it may not be something that you are telling anybody about. This feels like a private journey, a private exploration of the self, which suggests the Hermit card. We'll see if it comes out. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and advice from Spirit. And we'll start with the 6 cards on the table, and then we'll pull advice from Spirit. 1 extra card came out. Almost all of your cards are in reverse. It's not a bad thing, it's just notable. 1 extra card came out, and I'm going to take it as part of the overall energy, the Ace of Vessels or the Ace of Cups in reverse. Anytime the aces show up in a tarot reading, it kind of represents the possibility of things, the possibilities that Spirit wants to present to you. So it's the possibility of the suit that it depicts. In this case, vessels or cups in the traditional tarot. You can see here that it's a cup half full, right? But the cup is in reverse for you. What does that suggest? It suggests that, maybe Spirit is wanting to bring in, now for the overall energies, you're dealing with water here. Water in the tarot talks about feelings, emotions, compassion, empathy, love, sadness too. So Ace of Vessels in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, it's kind of like saying that There might have been a refusal of love, a refusal to accept love, a refusal to accept help, Spirit just said. And you may have had your reasons for that, but it's almost like they're at a loss as to why. Why did you refuse it, Libra? Why did you refuse it? Out of an abundance of caution, I just heard. Out of an abundance of caution. Okay, let's continue. In the past energy, another ace in reverse. Ace of sticks, ace of wands. Wands is the fire suit. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This talks about a brand new beginning with passion, excitement, inertia. It's like that first struck match. And it can't stop with just the first match. I mean, something has to be done with the match. It has to light something. And then there has to be kindling. There has to be fuel. Or else the match is just going to go out. Spirit wanted to hand you a brand new beginning in the past. And there was a refusal to look at it, a refusal to acknowledge it. Page of Blades in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. In the upright, this card is all about curiosity. You can see here the kids on the bunny slope. That's how we learn. I don't know, I don't ski, but this is what people tell me. You don't start by going down the slalom or whatever, the mountain. That's on your first try. You don't do that. You go on the bunny slope, where there's just barely a gradation. You're just getting used to the equipment. You're just getting used to the cold and movement because it's unnatural. You practice and practice and practice on the bunny slope until you can graduate to something else. But it starts with the willingness to even entertain the idea. That's the Page of Swords. Page of Blades. It's the initial first step in curiosity, and this card is in reverse for you. So here is Spirit in your past energy trying to bring you something new, and you're just not even, no, I'm not interested. That's your prerogative. You don't have to be interested, right? But Spirit is showing it as something significant. It feels like a rejection, quite frankly. It feels like it's not just oh, that bores me, or I'm not really interested in that topic. It feels like a full-blown rejection. Because there are two aces here that are in reverse. That's rejection. King of Vessels, King of Cups in reverse. And I don't want to talk about it. King of Cups in the upright is Scorpio energy. This is somebody who is very in touch with their emotions, right? There's a real heavy emphasis on water. Just at the beginning of your reading, very heavy emphasis on feelings, emotions. There's something here. It's not to say that Libras don't talk about their emotions or whatever. I'm a Libra North Node. I'm surrounded by Libras because that's the great lessons of my life. But what I have learned from the Libras that I'm surrounded by, I mean, they're very loving people. All the Libras I know, I love and love me. But for a water sign, approaching a Libra is like being on Mars, you know? It's like you're so cerebral. But wonderful. But you're not going to defer to your emotions at the onset. You're going to look at things that make sense. Does the situation make sense? Is everything lining up? Is everything fair and equal? Right? So to be in energy like that, where it might be exciting, but it's also tumultuous. At the same time, it's almost like Libra can't be bothered to get this wet. Libra is not, this is the past energy now. When the King of Cups or the King of Vessels is in reverse, it kind of tells me that you're not talking about your feelings and you're not acknowledging them for some reason. That reason I don't know yet, because I came into this reading, and I still feel it, with a lot of confidence. So it might just be something in your past energy that you just didn't want to focus on, and that's fine. Why? Probably because you have a lot of things on your checklist that you have to scratch off one by one by one. You're over here transmuting things. You could be looking at some, you know, major issues of your life and focusing on them. I think, though, I feel as though Spirit is kind of trying to make a little bit of a point by saying that you'll get through that process faster if you figure out not just how to tackle those traumas or past situations or cycles of repeat, if you not just figure out the tactics behind it, but also the emotions behind it, because they go together. If you can figure out the root emotions behind how we got ourselves into this situation in the first place, then you're not doomed to repeat it. In the present energy, I'm telling you, there's so much water representation. It's a big deck, and not everything represents water. There's so much water representation in your reading today, Libra. In the present energy, of Three of Vessels, Three of Cups, in the reverse. This is a card usually of celebration. It's people coming together. You can see here, they've all got their cups. They're probably in some, like, spring or, you know, little creek here, relaxing. Could be just, you know, what those cups are full of, who knows. Some nice liquid. Just not a care in the world, right? Just enjoying each other's company. That's what the Three of Cups represents, but it's in the reverse. Remember, I was saying in the beginning that it feels like you're on kind of an insular, independent journey. You're still on that independent journey. And people may want to take you out. Let's go out, Libra. Come on, we haven't had fun in a while. I'm hearing emergency vehicles in the distance. Libra, where have you been? It's clarified by the Seven of Vessels or the Seven of Cups, another water sign card. Seven of Cups, that card talks about, it talks about being spoiled for choice. So you can see all the activities happening in this card. We could go surfing, we could go paragliding, we could build a castle, we could play toss, we could walk our dog. There's just so many great things we could be doing because there's such choice. The card in the upright represents a lot of confusion, head in the clouds. Just, you know, I like to talk about this card like going into one of those, like a roadside diner. If you've ever been to a roadside diner in the United States, you walk in the diner, you sit down, and they give you a menu. And the menu, I'm not even kidding, is usually like 30 pages long. Or if it's not 30 pages long, they've got like 30,000 items to choose from. You go to a diner, you just want some pancakes. You can get pancakes 100 ways. It's so overwhelming that you like lose your appetite. I mean, I never have lost my appetite, but you get what I'm saying. It's overwhelming. And for a Libra to be faced with too many choices, what a nightmare. Libra, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, this one, because I'm just surrounded by Libras, don't try to deny it. Sometimes it can be hard for you to make decisions because you're weighing your options. It can be hard. But, you're not confused about this. You're not confused by the fact that you're taking this kind of solo journey. The card is in reverse. You're very clear about what it is that you're trying to accomplish at this time. Far be it from me to argue with it. Yeah, number 12, the Hanged Man. In the Major Arcana, Virgo and Pisces energy. The Hanged Man. Again, this representation of water. Solo, reading, learning, educating ourselves, empowering our minds. The Hanged Man talks about needing a change of perspective and voluntarily putting ourselves in the tree of knowledge, voluntarily. You can see all the action from where you're sitting, but you're not necessarily a part of that action. You're very concerned with knowledge right now and bettering yourself. This whole time, never once did I feel like you weren't pursuing things where you weren't trying to better yourself. But it's almost a little bit stubborn. It feels a little stubborn because, you know, your spirit guides, your spirit team want to help you. They truly do. They want to help you in that endeavor, and you're just like, you're rejecting it. You're rejecting their help. Maybe because you think you can do it better, which is fine. But I see it. It's nuanced. It's subtle. It's subtle because you're still doing the work on yourself. No one could accuse you of not doing whatever you could to push the boundaries of your own self-imposed limitations. Like you're stepping outside of that. You're pushing yourself. No one could ever accuse you of anything else, right? Of not trying to evolve in some way. I feel as though Spirit's kind of saying to me, they don't rush them. Don't rush them. They're going to do it in their own time, because there is this level of stubbornness, and eventually they'll see that dimension of experience that they're missing. In the future potential, 6 of Stones, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is the Justice card energy in the minor arcana. So this talks about equal give and take. 6 of Pentacles is all about doling out fortunes or pentacles or opportunities. What we put out, we get back. It's a strange depiction. I don't know if this is like, I don't know what this is. It's not like an alligator or anything. It's like a lizard or a gecko. Like, I have no idea. Is it like really zoomed in and it's a tadpole? I don't know. I don't know what this is. I feel like it's like gecko energy. But it's a strange depiction for the 6 of Pentacles. Almost as if it's a little boxed in. It's like, where is he? He like backed himself into a corner almost. Backed himself into a corner by the concept of equal give and take. So it's like, it's not fair. It's not fair. The situation is not fair. It's not right. It's a travesty. So it's kind of like there could be a situation in your future potential where you're looking at something and there's a little bit of complaining, like this. It's not right. It's not fair what's happening. But it's almost like, okay, we can declare that. Now what are we going to do about it? Backed ourselves into a corner. High Priestess, to clarify, in the reverse. Number 2 of the major arcana. This is Pisces energy. I love the High Priestess. This is somebody who's very psychic, very intuitive. Right? Just instinctively knows where to go, what to do. Very quiet energy. But the card is in reverse, suggesting to me that there's a little bit of too much head and not enough heart. High Priestess, this is water energy because it represents Pisces. It's the intuitive realms, it's the psychic realms, it's the gut feeling, the instinct, not necessarily the mind. Spirit's kind of saying in the future potential, it's really important that you consult with your instinct and your intuition, because if you don't, you might kind of stymie yourself and back yourself into a corner. Find yourself in an impasse. You'll figure out how to get out of it, because you always do. But it's more about, like, we just trying to help you, like, move things along a little bit, and kind of encourage flow, right? Remember that drain video that I saw that I was telling you about? Unblocking the drains? Well, here it is, the blockage. Let's get a clarifier for the 6 of Stones and the High Priestess in reverse. Knight of Stones in reverse. Knight of Pentacles, the slowest knight in the deck. Knights bring messages, right? You can see here the park ranger kind of explaining the stalactites and the stalagmites of this cave or what have you. Educating, elucidating. Card is in reverse. Okay, if I know anything about this reading, there's some messages and opportunities that you are not seeing or are refusing to acknowledge. Maybe you're seeing them, but you're just like, it's almost like, are you writing it off? Some little detail. You're not listening to something, Libra. This could be coming through another person trying to express something to you. And you're just like, no, I got it. What's the advice from Spirit? Five of Blades in the reverse. 5 of Swords. Well, 5 of Swords usually represents winning at all costs. I have to win, I have to finish, I have to clean up this mess. I have to do it before anybody can see. Before anybody comes on this trail, I have to clean it up before anybody sees how ugly it is. This is Spirit's advice. Who are you competing with? Why are we trying to win? What are we winning exactly? Basically, they're saying, stop trying to compete. You don't have to. There's some... I don't know what this is referring to. I don't know if it's a relationship or a job situation or just a narrative that you've told yourself that's been ingrained in you, that maybe one of your parents told you. I don't know. But it's like you're trying to prove something. And Spirit is saying, be like water. flow around the impasses instead of butting heads up to it and trying to talk your way out of something. Be like water and flow through the cracks and the crevices and the dark areas, the shadows. That's your reading, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.